Well, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Talk That Talk. Let's talk about BMF. Okay, because this is my new favorite show. You know what I mean? So this show is so freaking good. So this show starts off, got my jaw dropped, okay, because Lamar is over here trying to shoot Meech in front of the store, in front of the corner store. Okay, so the episode starts off with Lamar trying to shoot Meech at the corner store. Like, dang, like that's how we popped off the episode. Like, what? So my jaw dropped, like right when Little Meech, I was like, oh shit. So then I guess his security, because then in this episode we kind of see more of the security that they got over the house, following the little sister and all that stuff, and they shoot at Lamar and he run. So I'm like, oh my god. But then when he was like, yeah, run, I was just like, I was dying. So it starts off like that, but then I'm gonna skip right over to the part where basically the mom is in the room. She's stuck in the room. She don't want to come out because, you know, she basically learned that T is out there selling with Meech. And I guess they really believed T when he was lying, saying that he wasn't selling. So the mom don't want nothing to do with nobody. She's stuck in the room or whatever, and she's just heartbroken because, you know, another one of her sons is out there in the streets and she feels like a failed parent. She feels like she failed as a parent. Definitely understood that. But then when the dad came, because Meech went to go get his dad down at the church, and when the dad came to the house and he found that the mom's in the room and stuff ain't right, and he like, you know, like, so what's up? So basically T does share that he's been selling with Meech, and that's why the mom is so upset, whatever. So then the dad's like, are you bringing stuff in my house? And then when Meech goes, he's like, no disrespect, but you ain't exactly been living here. I'm like, this was not the time to be throwing that little jab in there. We know that y'all dad not in the house right now, but we know what he mean. Like, this ain't the time. I'm sorry, if I was on that set watching them, I'd be dying laughing at certain parts. It's so funny. So they go back and forth, the pops get mad, whatever, you know? Okay. But as far as the business goes, I mean, we're looking at my notes. As far as the business goes, so Meech is trying to change the flow of the business. Lamar is basically still out for them. They can't be on the corners. So they basically got their crew, gave them a brick, y'all get your own people, and y'all sell the shit and come back to us with the money. So they basically like, okay, T and Meech is going to be like the new Pat, and they crew is going to be the new T and Meech out on the corners, okay? So they kind of, you know, changing the structure of how their business is going to run. I do think that it's a smarter way, regardless if Lamar was after them or not. I think that's just the way you go to level up, right? Right. So they tried that or whatever, and I believe it was Kato's crew. Her stash got taken by Lamar when she left to go do a run and get food for her crew. So Lamar ended up hitting that little boy. Lamar don't care you a kid or not. Okay, Lamar is crazy. So he took her stash and they all get back to the house, and you know, T is going crazy because he like, y'all all freestyling, He basically like, yo, we had a system when we was out in the corners, all y'all had to do was duplicate that shit. So he was mad or whatever, and then Meech had to come in and grab him because they almost got to a fight because somebody was talking back to T. And I'm just like, yo, like they got to figure this out because they need to have a system, but they got to handle Lamar because that's really the only thing in the way right now. So then T is like, if we ain't 50 boys, then who are we? And I'm like, yeah, like what are y'all right now? And Meech is like, man, I don't know, but I'm telling you, like, this just the conflict that they have sometimes. Like, you can't do nothing but laugh. Like, the brother relationship is just funny. But due to the whole Lamar thing, T is like, he just regrets the whole kidnapping of Monique's daughter. because he's like, it caused all these like crazy issues, a lot of heat with Lamar, even worse than it was before. Because soon as Lamar got home and saw Meech sleeping with Monique, he wanted to basically get rid of Meech. So he had issues, but it just got worse and worse and worse. So T is feeling like, I regret like this whole thing, man. Like I wasn't down with that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So he feeling like that. Now Lamar is a lone wolf right now. Lamar is out on his own because Tiny basically got a little deal with Meech now. So Tiny got the crew to basically go against Lamar. So the crew is done with Lamar. I thought the crew would have turned on Lamar when Lamar tried to choke Tiny out in the episode before the last one. Like, I would have been out at that point. I would have been done. You know what I mean? Like, you choking me out in front of the whole crew and now I look like a little punk. Like, nah. I would have been out. So I'm not surprised that he went to Meech and they kind of worked whatever out and, he turned on Lamar. So Lamar's by himself and he only got the other dude. I can't remember his name. He only got the one dude on his team right now. But then Lamar offs him. Like, what? Then Lamar stabs him for what? Like, that's the only dude you got left, bro. What are you doing? What, like, he really mentally, Lamar is done. Like, Lamar's shot mentally. I'm like, what? And then he just singing that song before you kill him. What's the point in that? So, I understand that. And I felt bad. And then, like, the dude already knew he had to leave. But Lamar was already in the house and he packing up his stuff. But what I didn't get was, if you know Lamar's crazy and you packing up a bag to go leave and not be around Lamar, I wouldn't have even packed the bag. Don't you got some cash on you? Because y'all be on the corners too. I would have just dipped. I could have went to the store and got me a new set of underwear and socks. Are you serious? I wouldn't have packed nothing. I would have just dipped. As crazy as Lamar is, just killing people, I would have just left. You could have had whatever I had in my drawers. I'm out, okay? I'm out. So, I understand all that. Now, Lamar tried to go get his girl back, and since it didn't work, I felt bad when that little girl was looking out the window and she saw how crazy Lamar was. That little girl gonna be messed up in the head. Because she had too much going on, too much to see, and she understands what's going on. It's not like she's 3 years old, So, oh my God, that little girl done seen so much stuff. So, and that just kind of like put Lamar like in this crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe the little girl saw me like this, But now Lamar feels completely defeated. Like he said his water got cut off because he couldn't get his little family back that he wanted or whatever. So then he ended up killing the last dude he had left with him after that. So I'm just like, yo, what the heck? Now we gotta talk about Kato. So do y'all think Kato is still using B Mickey? Because I know that was her intent and that's why she just openly started sleeping with him, because she ain't wanting to sleep with him at all before, because she's like, no, I'm trying to be taken serious. I'm not trying to sleep with nobody in the crew or whatever. And now she banging him. And that's because Lamar had put pressure on her before. So it's like she's still playing both sides. I still don't trust her. I still think she's using him. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she's doing a good job at selling the fact that she into him though. I'm just like, I gotta side eye her. Because I don't know when Lamar's gonna come around and he gonna try to use Kato to still get at Meech and T. So I feel like she's still using him, but I feel like she low-key kind of like him though. So I don't know. I really don't know. And then Mickey is over there upset with Meech and T because he feels like he's not an equal, partner in the whole business, because they had bought that record store and he ain't know nothing about it. And he's like, yo, I feel like I'm being punished because, I went to go check on my moms or whatever. And it's just like, no, like you also off that other dude and Meech didn't want you to shoot him. And like he was over there trying to act all big boy, like I'm the top dog, when he just took the gun and just did it. And it's just like, no, like, so you was out here, and then you went ghost after that. So it's like you was just out here wilding. So it definitely made them look at you different. I feel like Meech always gonna be like, oh, that's my boy, but like he was just wilding, right? It was just too close. It was too much. So T was like, nah, I'm not gonna give him the brick. I'm gonna make him pay for it, but I'm gonna give him a huge discount, because if I give it to him for free, he's gonna feel like he's one of us, and he's not an equal to us. You know, there's structure in our business, and he is not you and I. He is not an owner, I guess, or a boss of this business. So that's why they did that. And I definitely got to do a little more research on like what happened with B. Mickey. Did he go off on his own or whatever? I guess I'll see more in this show. But I've been watching a lot of documentaries and stuff like that outside of the show. So I definitely got to watch one with him. I think I did, but I just don't remember everything, because I was watching so many. So yeah. So comment down below what you think B. Mickey's gonna do. You think he's gonna go on his own and just be completely done, or you think he's just gonna? I think he's gonna find out about Kato, because when T was like, yeah, and I think he's screwing Kato, and then Meech was like, and then T was like, yeah, exactly. I was dying. T be having me dying laughing in the show. Like when the little sister brought that boy in the house, and he's like, yo, I know you a good kid, but get the F out. I was dying. TV having me dying. So they both do, honestly. But yeah, I wonder what Big Mickey gonna do next. I think he's gonna find out that Kato was using him. I do. When he found that piece of mail, and she's like, oh, that's an X. So then it's like, who is Lamar to Kato? Like, you know what I mean? But I think he's gonna find out that she's playing him before and then he's gonna end up being back okay with Meech and T and just chilling out. That's my prediction. Well, all of this is pretty much going on while Meech is trying to make a deal with this dude so he can get some gateways through Detroit, so you know he can kind of be more than a corner boy, pretty much. And he's trying to expand the business, so you know what I mean? Now, last part I'm going to talk about is, of course, we know that Lamar ended up killing that poor little boy. That was a sad thing to see, and just really shows how low Lamar is. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is both parents confronting T at the house about, you know, him selling drugs and all that stuff, and him admitting it and saying, no, they ain't killed nobody and all this other stuff. But I really want to touch on him just opening up to his parents about being tired the way that they're living, because you know they're poor, they don't have a lot, you know, and he sees his parents, both of them working 2 jobs, struggling, and little sister can't go on field trips or, you know, have money and stuff like that, like they're struggling. And he's like, you know, there's a difference between French dressing and mayo and ketchup dressing, like, you know. And the parents is like, you know, we work hard, blah, blah, blah. But, like, he's just trying to get them to understand, like, yo, like, I can do so much for y'all, but y'all won't take my money. And, like, I found a way to have us eat good and, like, do good, which I completely understood what he was talking about. But at the same time, who wants to take that kind of money? You know what I mean? Like, who? Of course, anybody would want to be like, oh, okay, my bills is paid and I ain't got nothing to worry about. But at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, it's going all the way wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it would be different if he had a regular job that was paying, you know, 6 figures, or he was making $1 million a year legitly. If they sit back, kick their feet up, yeah, sure. But at the same time, even though I know what they're doing was wrong, I just feel what he was trying to do at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. But this episode, oh my gosh, this show is so freaking good. Comment down below what you guys thought about this episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one.